Saturday night, June the 6th, All-Star Wrestling will appear in Baltimore at the Baltimore Civic Center on Saturday night, June 6th. Waiting in the wings, ladies and gentlemen, in the return matchup will be the Intercontinental Heavyweight title holder, Pedro Morales. And Pedro Morales will be counting the days down until June 6th, when once again he locks up with Fred Blassie's killer Kahn. From there, Pat Patterson donning the tights, and Mr. Patterson with definitely his hands full on this occasion. His opponent, one King Kong Mosca. And then in the main event, Bob Backlund set to defend the World Wrestling Federation title against the man appropriately known as the Animal, George the Animal Steele. In just a moment, we'll be joined by the Grand Wizard of Wrestling. And the Grand Wizard of Wrestling, certainly with a bit of a score to settle here on this card at the Capitol Center. Grand Wizard, Baltimore could very well prove to be the Waterloo for a number of individuals whom you represent.
McMahon, every time you predict a loss for me, Slaughter, the Magnificent One, that means, as far as we're concerned, it is a victory in our book and an idle hope on your part. It cannot be done. We have proven time over time the Cobra Clutch cannot be broken. And as far as the Magnificent Morocco, we haven't even begun to show the greatness that lies beneath the magnificent body of Magnificent Morocco.
The Grand Wizard of Wrestling. We may now direct our attention to the title holder, Mr. Bob Backlund, who is set to defend the World Wrestling Federation Championship against George the Animal Steele. Bob?
Well, I want to thank the fans for their great support in that last match there. It was a tough one. It was a good victory, but, you know, you can't look to the past. You got to keep looking to the future, and now it's George the Animal Steele that's in the future. And Vince, I've tried to study this man as much as I could, but he's very unpredictable. You don't know what he's going to do, and I've been wondering what's going to happen in the ring, and a lot of people have been asking me that question about what's going to actually happen in the ring when you get in the ring in Baltimore with George the Animal Steele, and I say only the Lord knows, or only George the Steele knows. I don't know if even he knows. It's a question that's going to be only answered after we both get into that ring in Baltimore.
Bob, it's going to be perhaps the toughest test in your wrestling career. I mean, to know that the hopes, the aspirations, the responsibility of all of the wrestling fans riding on your shoulders, because there's no way that they can even fathom the idea of the Animal being a champion.
Well, there's no way I could either, you know, and I don't know if I could sleep at night if he ever defeated me, and that's going to give me a lot of incentive to keep this belt right where it's at. I'm proud of this belt, and I really respect it, and I couldn't respect George the Animal Steele being the champion.
Thank you very much. Bob Backlund and his comments concerning the main event in Baltimore. Right now, our guest, the busiest man, the man who can make wrestling history in Baltimore on June 6th. Mr. Fred Blassie. And Fred Blassie, you have got something up your sleeve, no doubt.
McMahon, they say lightning can't strike twice in one night. But when you have men like Killer Kahn and George the Animal Steele, the odds are reduced, and I guarantee you.
When Killer Kahn recently put Andre the Giant in the hospital, he zoomed up into the rankings. He is way up there.
Blassie's Army, we went out and celebrated like no celebration before. Kahn, here's the man that's going to win that Intercontinental title. Killer Kahn's going to annihilate Pedro Morales. That's him. And now to Coupe-de-Go, my pride and joy, George the Animal Steele, the next world champion with his flying hammerlock, the most vicious hold in the world. George.
Hey, all of my fans in Baltimore are coming to Fred Blassie's night. Fred Blassie's night. We're honoring Fred. And if you're in the Army, wear white. It's going to look like a snowfall in Baltimore. Fred Blassie night, 2 champions, and a party. A big party in Baltimore. Baltimore, Maryland. Big party.
Mr. Blassie representing
Backlund.
Killer Kahn.
Are you going to wrestle?
Against Pedro Morales.
Are you going to fight?
And the Animal against
Right.
Bob Backlund.